Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. So pretty much like I've been reporting, we might be witnessing the slow collapse of the lamestream leftist media. And of course, as the universe realigns here, as we're slowly coming out of this Trump deranged mind warp that's happened over the last 8 years, it seems like the first network that's on the chopping block is MSNBC. I mean, who would have seen that one coming? As the world walks away from Trump derangement hysteria, MSNBC ends up becoming the biggest loser. You know, it's glorious in a way. It's happening pretty much just as you probably would have expected it. This network is collapsing, falling apart, to the point where Mika and Joe had to go kiss the ring at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago. And of course, as they didn't get the Trump bump that they were hoping for.
Frankly, there are two things going on. Journalists are exhausted. Journalists are facing those kinds of calls. And also, it's a completely different media environment. Last time around, it rained for the media when Trump was in office. It was a huge boon. That is not our media climate right now.
Ratings are now cratering, and MSNBC might have just sealed its fate, as they just locked Rachel Maddow in, extending her contract, still giving her $25 million a year. Meanwhile, the network is down beyond any other network on TV. You can't make this stuff up, folks. This is the desperate demise of the leftist fake news media. Let me show you guys what's going on. We got some stuff to get into. So let's roll the tape. As MSNBC is cratering, they've decided that they're doubling down with Rachel. MSNBC's Rachel Maddow's salary reportedly cut by $5 million despite being, quote, ratings Viagra's parent company Comcast deals with difficult time. Yeah, they simply just don't get it. Real difficult times here at MSNBC. People are fleeing because we're absolute garbage fake news. Yeah, let's extend ourselves as much as we can and offer $25 million to basically the source of the problem. We gotta keep her on. She's the only ratings we get. It's unbelievable. But they're essentially admitting one thing to me, that they're locking in. MSNBC might as well be renamed the Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid Therapy Session Network. They're doubling down on Trump hysteria, I guess, if you think about it. And I mean, to really, truly put that into perspective, just take a quick sneak peek into the vlogs that Joy Reid has been making online. She's almost giving a vibe as if she's hunkering down and hiding from the suppressive new regime coming in.
People are rightfully alarmed. They have a reason to be alarmed. And if you would vote for that, people may not feel so confident that they're safe with you. This is not crazy. This is legitimate feelings of fear of you and a feeling that you might not be someone they could trust. If this thing goes way south, autocracies go south real fast, and things get ugly, and people get asked to do things and turn people in and point people out and turn on them. And if you're voting affirmatively, gleefully for this, and people might, may not feel so confident in you anymore. That's real, and you kind of have to live with it. So if you think that you can vote for what people see as their destruction and then demand that they still are cool with you and kiki with you and have Thanksgiving with you, like, I think you're kind of missing the point of what people are upset about. They're afraid. And autocracy and fascism are things that are legitimate to be afraid of. So you may want to step back.
You know, you'd think that she's attempting to survive a zombie apocalypse. The drama's just insane. And honestly, I think people are quite sick of it, but MSNBC says, this is what we got. I don't think they get it. I don't think they've diagnosed the problem. I mean, just look at the headlines. MSNBC viewership has cratered 38%, CNN down 27%. Meanwhile, Fox News' audience jumped 41% post-election. Obviously, there's demand for something, right? Yeah, there's demand for a network that actually knows and figures out how to connect with people in a more positive manner. Basically what Fox is doing. I mean, Fox is no perfect network, and they're certainly slanted to the right, but you know what they're not doing 24/7? They're not pushing doom and gloom politics. The sky is falling. Oh, the fascist is coming. We're losing our democracy to Trump-style fascism. Not to mention the healthy dose of racism that you get on that network. Yeah, they're not doing any of that. They're just analyzing the facts, talking policy, and trying to give Trump at least a little bit of a fair shake. And people are obviously gravitating towards that, but MSNBC can't see it. Or maybe, they just don't care anymore. There's a lot of chatter going on right now of this essentially being the end of the network. Bill O'Reilly, actually, of all people, went pretty far with it.
Comcast said, you two, we're going to have to try to mend some cliche fences, and you two are going to go in there and you're going to try to tamp it down. Because Comcast knew the next day they were going to announce that MSNBC is vapor. That is a huge media story.
Why is
Enormous.
it vapor? Just because they're spinning it off and putting them in they're spinning off a bunch of brands.
There's no spin-off.
Yeah, there is. It's a spin-off company.
There's no spin-off. See, you buy the propaganda, Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean about
I'm just saying
people?
what's being reported.
All right.
But what do you know?
Yeah, I know, but why would you believe what's being reported? You want the real story? Here it comes.
Please.
So they're uncoupling their word, Comcast, MSNBC from NBC News. That means MSNBC has no resources at all. None. They're not going to be able to pay these people millions of dollars, Rachel Maddow, whatever she's making. NBC News is saying, we don't want you around. Why? Because NBC News' numbers, Lester Holt and the Today Show, are catastrophe, because half the country equates NBC News with MSNBC, and they won't watch. So NBC is desperately trying to save the mothership of information, and they have to throw MSNBC overboard. They're not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it. So where's Georgie Soros now? Georgie's buying radio stations. You can get MSNBC for nothing. They'll give it to you. They don't want any more of this. Why? Because it's hateful. Not because it's so far left. The whole NBC Comcast hierarchy is far left. But it's hateful. They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that.
Bill O'Reilly claims the plan is to now throw MSNBC overboard. And so who knows exactly what that means? My thought process is that probably means the network's going to be sold. Some big corporation with a bunch of money to spend is going to come in and maybe try a rebrand, or maybe just double down on the Trump hysterics, or maybe, just maybe, it's the end of MSNBC. I mean, how is MSNBC supposed to survive if its own mother, NBC News, doesn't even want it anymore? It's almost emblematic in a way, It's like the perfect metaphor. MSNBC simply represents the far left political virus of sorts, the woke mind virus that attempts to take over the whole body, and now, well, the body's rejecting it because it's toxic, condescending, dishonest, and power hungry. And holy moly, folks, might as well pivot the video here. I paused the recording there just to take some time and delve into the ratings to really understand just how truly bad it is beyond just the headline. And holy moly, it's so much worse than I even imagined. Just take a look at this snapshot right over here. These are primetime TV ratings for Sunday, November 17th. Now keep in mind the Sunday numbers are always down, but Rachel Maddow only pulled in 302,000 viewers, and they're paying her $25 million a year. Now, of course, during prime viewership days, like on Monday, for instance, she pulled in 1.5 million, which of course is the biggest pull of the network, but if you simply shift your eyes to the left, you'll see that Fox's 5 pulls in 4.4 million, and the rest of the hosts pretty much above 3. Rachel Maddow during primetime is doing worse than Fox's 11 p.m. show. MSNBC has just become a garbage product, and other hosts on the biggest of nights can't even scratch 1 million viewers. Rachel Maddow can't get the big numbers she used to. The grievance parade has ended, and so I guess we'll have to follow and see where this all goes. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.